Hey guys, welcome back. So one of y'all requested a nude holiday look, so I have that for y'all today. So it's this look right here. So kind of like a neutral eye look, and then kind of like a nudie, sparkly lid, and then a nude sort of a cheek with a real kind of icy highlight, and then a nude lip. So this is my take on a nude holiday look, so I hope that's what you were kind of thinking when you requested it. So yeah, this is the look we're gonna be doing today, so keep watching if you wanna see how to get it. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer, so now I'm gonna take my Double Entendre palette from ColourPop. I'm gonna get some of this color right here, which is, I believe, Nip Slip. I'm gonna get some of that on a Cozette D220 brush and apply that right into my crease and transition area and just build that up. Then to kind of soften that a little bit, I'm gonna get some of this one right here, which I think is Naked. And it's spelled N-E-K-K-I-D. That is so funny, Naked. Very southern way to say it. And I'm just, did I tell you what I'm doing? I'm just using it right on top of that, kind of blurring out that line there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out my brow bone. So today I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild's Brulee. There is a creamy color in the Double Entendre, but it's slightly too dark for me to use as a brow bone highlight. So I'm just using this one. And this is a Royal and Langnickel shader BOM 40 brush. I want something nice and bright and light on the lid, so I'm gonna get this one right here, which I believe is Keep It PG. And I'm using a concealer brush from Sigma. I'm just gonna build that up on my lid. Probably gonna go in with a little bit of Fix Plus, but first I wanna get this down. And then I'm gonna do my outer corner color, and then I'll go back in with a little bit of this with MAC Fix Plus. Now I'm gonna take a small crease brush. I'm gonna get a little combo of these two. This one's a little bit too dark by itself, so I wanna mix them. And I'm gonna use this in my outer corner and just build that up just for a little bit of dimension, but not making the look too dark. Okay, so now I'm gonna use some of that wet with some MAC Fix Plus, that lighter shade, right on my lid, just to brighten that even more. So you could totally leave it like this, but I'm gonna add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm gonna use my Eye Candy Cosmetics Liquid Sugar as a mixing medium, and one of their tiny little brushes, and some of MAC's, what is this called? Reflex Pearl. And I'm gonna wet my brush with this mixing medium and get a little bit of Reflex Pearl and just dab that on my lids. This is so scary and messy. It's like, oh my, I get scared every time I use those pigments, but they're really pretty. So I just get a little bit of this mixing medium like in the lid, and then I wet my brush, and I just get some of either the glitter or whatever I'm using and dab that on my lid. That's how I typically do glitter. I do have a larger brush from them, but it apparently grew legs and walked off because I cannot find it anywhere. This one works fine, but I like the bigger one a little bit better. To kind of blend out the edges of glitter, like kind of as it goes into my outer corner, I just kind of lightly like lift up my brush. So I get just a little bit of glitter out there, but the majority of it is on the inner part of my lid. But then it's not like a stark line of glitter and then no glitter. Now I'm gonna do some winged liner. Today I'm using my Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. One little winged liner trick that I do for my hooded eyes is that I go ahead and open up my eyes. Like once I have my liner on, I open up my eyes and I fill in this little area out here because it kind of lifts your eyes a little bit more. So it doesn't, oh, this is hard to do on camera. I'm gonna mess it up if I do it on camera, but I fill in that little space right there and it helps to lift your eye versus kind of drag it down. It sort of just gives this lifted effect. Then for my lower lash line, I'm gonna get some of this color right here on a Smith 302 brush and just smudge that along my lower lash line. And then I think I'm gonna do a little bit of, let's see, this color right here, just the tiniest little bit on my outer corner to kind of meet that winged liner. Now I'm going to apply some mascara. Today I'm using my It Cosmetics Superhero on my upper lashes and my CoverGirl Clump Crusher on my lower lashes. Okay, so here is the mostly finished eye look. I'm gonna do one more thing in just a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clean up my face, do concealer and all that stuff, and I'll be back to show you cheeks and lips. Alrighty, so the other thing I wanted to do on my eyes is I'm gonna add a little bit of this shadow. This is ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow in Tassel, and I'm using a really tiny detailer brush from Real Techniques. And I'm gonna get some of this and apply it on the inner corners of my eyes. It's real like light and white and sparkly. So I think it's just fun and holiday. You could use this on your lids too. Like if you don't want to use Reflex Pearl from MAC, you could totally use this on your lids because it's really close. It's not, I think it's a little bit more opaque than Reflex Pearl, but it has the same sort of like effect to it. Then for blush today, I'm going to use a little combo. I'm going to use mostly my Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rose Champagne. Then I'm going to use just the tiniest little bit of Benefits Dallas just for a little added color, but mostly this one. And I'm using my MAC. I don't ever know what this is, but it's the angled one. My number rubbed off long ago. So there is Rose Champagne by itself, and now just a little bit of Dallas kind of lower on my cheeks, and I'm literally just like barely touching, just for a little bit more color and dimension. You really don't need to do this step. You could totally just use Rose Champagne, but I just wanted a little bit more color. Anytime I want to kind of blend this part of my cheek, I just get my foundation brush and just kind of go along it. I find that's like a place that I need to do extra blending. You know, some people use extra powder there. I like to use the least amount of product possible as far as makeup goes. So typically, it depends. Eyes, I go crazy. Sometimes highlighter, I go crazy. But face products, try to keep it, you know, at a minimum. So anyway, I like to blend with my foundation brush. And for highlighter today, I want something really light and icy. So I'm going to use my Ofra and Nikki Tutorials Glazed Donut. And this is the Beauty Junkees Pro Highlighter Brush that I'm going to use to apply this. I'm literally just getting a little bit off the sides because this is so pigmented. I like to kind of build it up. I mean, it just, a little bit goes a long way. I mean, look at that. Like I have hardly anything on my brush and it's already that pigmented. Winning today. Use a tiny little bit on my Cupid's bow as well. Then for lips today, I'm going to start with this combo. My Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in Tawny and my Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Nude Potion. I'm going to start with this and then add a gloss, I think. And then over that, I'm going to use this gloss. This is the Laura Lee and ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Wham. And it's kind of like a sparkly gold sort of color. So I'm going gonna kind of like build this up. Okay, I love this. So I'm gonna use this all over. Alright guys, so that wraps up this look and tutorial. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below what your favorite holiday looks are to do, whether they are kind of more traditional, like golds and reds and greens, let me know that, or if they're more kind of out of the box, I would love to know that too. Ask me any questions that you have, I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!